A lot of men dream about being providers, building a strong home, leading with honor, and raising grounded kids. But let me tell you a hard truth. None of that matters if you choose the wrong woman. It doesn't matter how driven, disciplined, or masculine you are. If the woman by your side doesn't share your values, you'll end up fighting a war inside your own house. And no man can conquer the outside world if he's constantly battling at home. This video isn't some fairy tale. It's a straight-up guide to help you recognize the traits of the kind of woman you can build a traditional family with. We're not talking about looks, we're talking about character, principles, the stuff that holds a real legacy together when life gets tough. Pay close attention. A lot of these qualities don't show up on the first few dates. You've got to have long-term vision, the kind every high-value man needs. Let's dive in. 1. Strong family values. The first non-negotiable trait: she must value family, not just in words, but in actions. The right woman sees marriage and raising kids as an honor and responsibility, not as a burden or limitation. If she doesn't believe that family is the foundation of life, she won't be able to walk this path with you. Pay attention to how she talks about her own family. Does she speak with respect about her parents, siblings, and the idea of motherhood? A woman who honors family ties will likely bring those same values into her own home. But if she rolls her eyes at it all, saying it's old-fashioned, she's probably not ready for a real commitment. A man who wants to lead and provide doesn't need just a partner. He needs a woman who knows how to build a home. That starts with deeply rooted values. 2. Ability to build and maintain a home. This isn't about chores, it's about vision. A good woman understands that the home is either a man's sanctuary or his battlefield. She knows how to create peace, structure, and warmth, a space where masculine energy recharges and kids grow up on solid ground. Watch how she manages her own space, how she pays attention to details, how she treats guests. If she values a clean, balanced, welcoming environment, that's a strong sign she'll build a home worth coming back to. But if she brushes it off with, "I have no patience for that," consider it a red flag. Strong men need a strong home, a castle behind the walls, and every king needs a queen who knows how to build that. 3. Femininity and respect for male leadership. This is one of the most overlooked and most dangerous traits to ignore. The right woman for a traditional marriage isn't trying to compete for power. She recognizes strength, leadership, and masculine presence as pillars of a healthy relationship. Look at how she views men who lead. Does she admire strong providers? Does she respect decisions without always challenging them out of pride? A woman who mocks or resents masculine leadership will slowly chip away at your ability to lead. Respect isn't something you demand, it's something you attract. But it also has to be recognized. A woman who understands the balance between feminine and masculine roles will be your greatest ally in leading with honor. 4. Loyalty and character. It might sound obvious, but it's one of the most overlooked traits, especially by men who fall for beauty over substance. Without loyalty, there's no foundation. Without character, there's no trust. And without trust, your leadership crumbles. Watch how she treats commitments, even small ones. Does she keep her word? Speak well of others behind their backs? If you already notice signs of manipulation, dishonesty, or emotional cheating, don't expect it to get better after marriage. For a man who wants to protect and provide, knowing his woman is loyal is a major source of strength. It's the glue that holds mutual respect and long-term growth together. 5. Desire for motherhood. Here's another non-negotiable. The right woman for a man of principle sees motherhood as one of life's highest honors, not as a burden or an optional checkbox. She views raising children as part of her calling. Notice how she talks about kids. Does she admire mothers? Does she understand the responsibility of shaping the next generation? Being a mother isn't just about giving birth, it's about raising strong, respectful, grounded children. A man who wants to lead a meaningful legacy needs a woman who sees children as a blessing, not a roadblock to vacations or parties. 6. Ability to support her man in battle. Every man faces challenges out in the world, and that's exactly why the woman beside him must be a pillar, not a weight. The right woman knows how to support her man emotionally, push him forward, and help him keep his crown on straight when things get rough. Pay attention. Does she lift you up when things get hard, or does she just add pressure? Does she acknowledge your effort and give you space to recharge? A woman who knows how to support builds you up. One who only drains and demands tears you down. No man can be a giant out there if he's fighting a war in his own house. A wise wife knows that, and chooses to be her husband's #1 ally. 7. Emotional stability and a calm temperament. Beauty might catch your eye, but emotional balance is what keeps a home intact. The right woman isn't emotionless, she just knows how to manage her emotions. She doesn't turn every minor issue into a full-blown storm. She knows how to stay steady. Watch how she reacts to frustration, disappointment, or conflict. A woman with emotional maturity brings calm and clarity to the home. An unstable one brings chaos and stress, which drains both the man and the children. A masculine man needs structure, not drama. And that kind of peace only exists when you've got a steady woman by your side. 8. Admiration for the man and his mission. A man who leads and provides needs to know his mission is seen and appreciated. The right woman truly admires her man's path. She doesn't try to bring him down, she helps him go further. See if she respects your work, your goals, your vision for life. Does she celebrate your wins? Does she recognize your sacrifices? A woman's genuine admiration is one of the strongest motivators a man can have. When a woman admires her man, she naturally strengthens his masculine posture. But when she mocks or competes with him, she weakens it from the inside out. 9. Understanding the difference in roles. Men and women are not the same, they're complementary. The right woman gets that and respects it. She doesn't try to erase those differences in the name of trends or ideology. She values them. Look at how she views masculine traits, protection, provision, leadership. Does she honor those qualities, or try to fix them? Does she understand the strength of her own role in building a family? When both partners understand and embrace their roles, the result is harmony and strength. And that balance shapes not only the marriage, but the next generation. 10. Spiritual depth and high standards. And finally, the foundation of it all, spiritual connection. The right woman lives by values that are higher than money, pleasure, or status. She sees life as a calling, not just a race for comfort. Watch how she handles moral decisions, faith, and values. A woman who fears God is much more likely to respect her husband, her vows, and her responsibility as a mother. A home built on strong spiritual ground stands firm, even in storms. Without this, everything else is vulnerable. But with it, the family becomes unshakable. Listen up, high-value man. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage, but there is such a thing as a marriage built in alignment. And for that, you've got to choose with clarity and responsibility. The woman beside you will either be your greatest asset or your greatest drain. So don't fall for surface-level illusions. Look deeper. Character, values, and a real desire to build something meaningful, that's what matters. A strong man with purpose and posture needs a woman who understands and respects the journey. And remember, the woman you marry will shape your life and your legacy more than anything else. Choose wisely, and build, with honor and strength, the family you were born to lead. If you've made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Here, we talk about everything you need to grow as a man, and lead a respectful, powerful, purpose-driven family. By the way, I'm leaving a link here to another video, 10 dangerous signs in a woman you should never ignore. If you haven't watched it yet, click now. I'll see you there.